Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Wednesday. Okay, you guys, this is probably not shocking to you because it's not shocking to me. And we, as a community on here, talk about this all the time. Kim and Kroy, obviously, we knew this refiling of the divorce was going to come. We knew this. This was inevitable after the filing of the divorce the first time. You're a bad parent. You're a bad parent. You're allegedly on drugs. Well, you have a shopping addiction. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. It was like, what are we doing? And then they went to church. They found the Lord. And I'm not making light of that, but they found the Lord and they decided we don't need couples therapy. We're going to make this work. We're going to come back together. Well, all of Kim's friends were like, what the heck are you doing right now, Kim? And after telling us everything that you feel like you've been a victim to in this relationship and how he's been treating you. And by the way, there's three sides to every story. Her side, his side, and there's the truth somewhere in the middle. I truly believe that. And they were questioning, what are you doing? After everything that you said about this man, why are you getting back with him? Well, we're going to get into the latest because now we have the police coming again and more. Before we jump in, go ahead, smash the like button, show some love, hit that notification bell, and let's get into the mess.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Okay, you guys, what makes this even more cringe is, and it's not cringe, anybody, gosh, I got to pick my words right here. Anyone trying to save their family, I have complete respect for, but also then cut the bullshit. Stop the shenanigans. No pun intended. But then do that. Focus on that. Now, any relationship is going to be hard. You always have people who come in and out and try to interfere, try to add things. People like drama, and I get that. And she is on a very public platform, and everyone has an opinion on her relationship. I completely understand this. But then you have to be that sort of common grounding factor that holds your family together along with your husband together as a unit and not let the outside noise come inside, right? Well, now that the divorce papers have been filed again, Kim is pretty adamant that she thinks that she can win back her husband, Kroy. But based off of what Radar Online is saying, that sources are telling them, that's not going to happen. This is what has been said. According to sources close to the situation, the two have been having blowout fights for the past couple of weeks, and their attempts to work on their issues have been unsuccessful. You guys remember phone call after phone call after phone call to the police, the audio, the body cam footage that was released, my husband, right now, we're going to have problems when he gets home, but he's not home yet, so we don't have problems yet, but I just know he's going to be unhinged. It's not word for word verbatim, but the phone call was absolutely ridiculous, and fans were very upset with Kim Zolciak for what they were calling abusing emergency services. Let's get back to it. So they've been blaming each other for their dire financial situation, including the $1.1 million tax lien filed by the IRS. Now, as Radar previously reported last week, Kroy did file for divorce again, and this was only weeks after they called off their initial divorce. That was after they went to church. In his filing, he asked the court to award him primary custody of their 4 minor kids, child support, and the exclusive use of their Georgia mansion. Meaning, I want to keep my kids, I want Kim to pay me to keep my kids, and I want Kim to get the hell out of my house. That's a tall order. Okay. But it doesn't stop there. TMZ caught Kim a couple of days after the divorce was filed wearing her wedding ring at the airport, and she seemed open to the idea of reconciling with Kroy and believed the divorce would be dismissed again. However, Kroy's lawyer, he told Radar Online, no, at this time, he is still moving forward with the divorce action. I mean, who would want to, I would want to get off of this freaking hamster wheel too. This is toxic as hell. This is, call the cops, don't call the cops. Get a fucking job, you asshole. But then it's like, wait a minute, you're telling him to get a job. He had a whole $20-30 million contract based off of what you said on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And you're out here buying crystals and purses and Louis Vuittons and everything else. I'm not saying that he's innocent in this, but get a job. He shouldn't have to get a job. You should have invested your money. You had a career. This doesn't make sense. What do you want him to go do? He's not going back to the Atlanta Falcons. All right. So his decision comes after the cops were recently called out to the couple's home for the umpteenth time. Now, Kim called the police on Kroy on August 25th to report a domestic disturbance. This was one day after he slapped her with divorce papers, and the same day he served her with the paperwork at their home. Sounds like she was not happy. Kim claimed that Kroy had locked her out of the home, and the caller statement was, husband locked her out, caller arguing with husband, the police report. This is what it said. No one is in danger, but caller reports her husband has threatened her. She had a locksmith come out and drill into the door to get her in, and her husband has put a pillow outside the door and won't let her in the house. Oh my gosh. Officers left the scene after an hour at the scene, and Radar obtained the exclusive body footage of Kim and Kroy talking to police officers during previous visits prior to Kroy filing divorce for the second time. And during the talks, Kim admitted to police that she thinks that Kroy suffers from CTE from his days in the NFL, while he also accused her of having gambling addictions. And it wasn't just that. It was gambling addictions, alleged drug use. He was saying that the kids aren't safe with her in some capacity because when she's driving down the road, she's too busy take a picture, click, click, take a picture, click, click, check me out. She's posting for social media. But I mean, there's a lot of people who post for social media. For Andy Cohen drives down the road and records himself talking to his baby Ben. And, nobody's yelling at him about it, but I guess nobody's fighting him for custody either. And there's also a lot of parents who do that. But I think when you're in this sort of limelight and we're trying to nitpick why you are not a parent who should be parenting the kids full time and why you are not a parent who should be parenting the kids full time, then we're going to nitpick at every single situation that is presented to us. I mean, for example, this case, gambling, spending all the money on crystals, locking her out of her safe. She slapped me in the back of the head. He's going to come home when my son gets home, and he's going to throw a fit because my son wanted to go to the rodeo with his best friend's mom. It's just, we're picking at everything now. They're both, it seems, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are more than welcome to. I've never been through a divorce, not personally, and I don't have children to fight over. But it seems like they're both building their case off of a lot of little things that I'm sure if you present them to a lawyer or to a judge, it comes out like a CVS receipt. It comes out like a whole rap sheet and, oh shit, this person is definitely not qualified to be the primary parent. This is giving me anxiety just thinking about it. But guys, I don't want to just give you this and not ask your opinions, especially now that we've had the police called again. I think personally, and who am I think at this point, one of them needs to move out of the house. But as we've seen with Tom and Ariana on Vanderpump Rules, they got this house together. Both of them feel, why should I have to move out? Why should I be the one who has to leave? Why don't you leave? So when you have somebody who's not willing to make that next step, or maybe financially at the moment can't even make that next step, you have yourself in quite the predicament. Also, you have a big ass house. If Tom and Ariana, and their house is big, but it's not as big as Kim and Kroy's, if they can stay away from each other and lock themselves in the room and whatever, bada bing, bada boom, I guess also they have to see each other more because the kids too. This is just a shit show. Somebody needs to move out of the house. Guys, go ahead and comment below. Let us know what you think. And before you go, do all the YouTube things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.